in-laws are obsessed with me. Episode 40.
I went to Master Crips's place. Jen told me everything. He's been selling Islette's blood for a year, and he sold his blood before that, just a small amount at a time. He said he made the poison himself.
And where did he sell it?
He doesn't know exactly where the poison was sold to. His reaction tells me he wasn't lying. But all the information of the traders is written at the bottom of the document.
Who knows how many people have died because of us? I'm at fault.
We are at fault. But we must make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
We must investigate when there is circumstantial evidence, regardless of the consequences. And from now on, we should perform random inspections. I hear Pereshati was the one who raised suspicion first. Thanks to you, we were able to uncover these evil deeds.
Come to think of it. Could you tell me how you came to know this, Pereshati?
I actually came to this meeting because I wanted to tell you something related to this case. It might take a while.
What? This is unexpected. So you believe that Islette may have traveled back in time?
I do. Islette said she saw cherry blossoms in full bloom. She fell asleep while looking at the flowers. And when she woke up, she had traveled back in time before the flowers had bloomed. And then everything she experienced repeated itself.
But even so, she grew up there. She may have had a dream of what she saw in the past.
He's right. The child may have been confused. After all, she would have been very sick.
I wouldn't believe what I said either if I were them.
At the time, it was more painful and terrifying than when I was coughing up blood. But it felt fine when I was looking at the flowers. So I wanted to see them up close. I'm glad it was just a dream. This is for you.
Actually,
Pardon? So you also traveled back in time?
I remember the day I was murdered in my past life. And the symptoms I experienced back then were identical to when I died from your family's blood.
What do you mean by that?
When I woke up, I had gone back in time. About 2 months prior to the incident. That was when it hadn't been long since His Grace had returned to the capital. Islette also seems to have traveled to the same period as me. Back then, I was also confused, thinking that everything may be just a dream. But after certain incidents took place, I came to believe that I was right. I don't believe His Grace began the investigation just because of what I told him. He must have had another reason. The assassin, right?
He was killed by a different kind of poison, but the examiner told me that he came back to life in the middle of the autopsy. Don't tell me.
The assassin might have gone through the same thing as me. The curse doesn't work on me because your poison had killed me already. And it seems the curse doesn't work on people who came back to life after being killed from the blood that was sold. Islette and I still have the memory of the past. It's likely that the assassin did as well. But I couldn't say anything because it was just speculation. I still don't know what happened or what the time traveling has to do with the curse, but they don't seem unrelated anymore. And after hearing what Islette had to say, I thought it would be right to tell you, her family.
What on earth is all this?
So because of Islette's blood you had?
Yes. I know it's hard to believe, but...
No. It's not that hard to believe, to be honest. Our curse doesn't make sense either. Rather, because of us, you've had to. Who killed you? Was it someone close?
I remember what happened, so I had to escape from that place and protect myself. And that is why I suggested the 1-year contractual marriage to His Grace.
A contractual marriage? Are you saying you will leave after the year is up?
I beg your pardon? Her Grace is going to leave? Oops. I must have heard wrong. Her Grace is leaving? I thought you were going to stay with us for good. That's absolutely out of the question.
What's the matter? I just heard something break. The teacups. What's wrong with you, boy?
Her Grace. She's leaving soon.
My apologies. Now, please excuse us.
Please say something, Father. Tell her not to go. Someone warm has finally come here, to this cold place with no human touch. This can't happen. You don't deny it either, Father, do you?
Forget the teacups. Just take him away.
I know you agree with me. Please let me go. I'm not finished yet.
Hold on. First of all, I did figure there'd be something behind this marriage, but a 1-year contract?
From what I hear, you've been actively engaging in estate affairs. And the same goes for the recent incident.
I don't even know where to begin.
I think this is enough for today. Everyone needs some time to think about what Her Grace has said.
Yes, that's a fine idea.
Daniel Moulton. Look what you've done. What an embarrassment. You should be thankful they let it slide, but
Let go of me.
why, you little?
I can't work in this kind of environment for long. I'm only human after all. This is as far as my loyalty goes.
That's exactly why I can't retire even at this age. I'm still serving His Grace because of you.
So you admit it too.
Is it true? Is the Grand Duchess leaving?
I think the marriage was a 1-year contract to begin with. What should we do? I can't possibly afford to work without her.
I think you're gravely mistaken about something here. Her Grace is not a retainer of this family. She did not get married to work here. And lower your voice. If anyone hears you.
Her Grace is leaving.
What a fine day. But I thought it would rain because of how windy it was yesterday. Oh, Your Grace. Is that a party invitation letter from the princess?
Yes, that's right.
I hear it's going to be such a grand party. This time His Grace will join you, will he not?
Well, I don't think so. I'll have to ask him. The Grand Duke did not return to the room last night. Nor did he come for breakfast. I've never seen him sit here before. Even when he stopped by just that once to talk business, he just stood there and left right away. I bet the talk yesterday has him curious about something.
I know it's rather late. But I'd like to apologize for mistreating you when we first met.
Pardon?
You died twice because of me. And the second time was intentional. I fed you my blood again, only based on my groundless assumptions. Had you not awoken again, I did it merely for my sake, but I should never have done that. At that time, if you had not asked me to investigate, no one would have found out that Jen had been abusing little Islette. Perhaps we'd have remained clueless forever. It all happened because I turned a blind eye. Thank you for giving me the chance to right that wrong. To be honest, I actually don't know how I should apologize to you. And I'm sorry for treating you as if you're not part of our family. If what you said yesterday is true.
It's fine.